If you're not willing to say this phrase to your doctor, you don't need to be saying it at all. Find out what that is in this video. I'd like to pick your brain, let me take you out for a beer, said by many generally well-meaning individuals. In the past couple of videos, we've talked about how everyone loves to give advice, regardless of whether or not they actually know what they're talking about or not. People love to be heard, and for a lot of people, their payment is just someone sitting and actually being willing to listen to them. They don't need money, just somebody hearing them out is more than payment enough. And maybe it's because of that that you end up with the really unintended act of rudeness with some people, to where they'll talk to people, usually professional consultants, a lot of them in the internet marketing space, saying, hey, I need some advice on marketing. I need some advice on fill in the blank of whatever you do. Let me take you out for a beer to talk about it. And again, that doesn't seem like much. That seems pretty innocuous, because all you're saying is, this is something that you can help me with. You know about this, I respect you. Let me buy you a beer and let's just hang out for a few hours. But if you take a step back and really start to think about it, you can see how insulting this can end up being, even really unintentionally. The person who's being asked this, that person's entire livelihood is based on other people paying for the very advice that you're now asking you to give them for free. And especially for online marketers and professional coaches, to where you have it to where these can be $5, $10, $20, $30, $40,000 minimums. If they're able to command those kind of prices, they're usually pretty good at what they do and really busy because of it. So what I tell people is, a good rule of thumb is that if you wouldn't say it to a doctor, don't say it to anybody at all. Because if you think about it, could any of us imagine having the following conversations? Hey doc, your surgery fees are really steep. I just can't afford it. How about I bring you some pizza after the hours and you just give me a quickie surgery on the house? I'll bring you some beer and pizza, it'll be cool. Or you say, I just can't afford your office appointment fees. It's too much. I don't think it's a big enough deal. I don't need it. How about you just come to my house over the weekend, we'll talk over my problem, and we'll go out to eat afterwards. Really appreciate it. Any of us, if we're sane, would be absolutely horrified to say that to a doctor. So why are we willing to say it to other people? And really, treating somebody like a doctor is good advice for most situations. We would never think of no call, no showing on our doctor, canceling the very last minute, not bothering to put something in our calendar and just forgetting about it, treating them as if they were our servant or employee. We wouldn't do anything like that. And there are some financial reasons for that. We don't no call, no show because they're still going to charge us for the appointment. But it's also because we respect physicians. We know that they're providing a service that we're not able to provide ourselves, and because of that, we don't treat them as if they're inferior to us. We treat them with respect. And when we're asking somebody to give us advice for free or in exchange for a beer, we're more or less saying, I don't respect you. Or at the very least, that we don't respect them as much as their sticker price would charge. Depending on how expensive the service is, we're more or less saying we respect them somewhere between 5 to 20% of what they normally charge people. And if their service is only worth that much to us, that's fine. Nobody's forcing us to buy what they're selling. But saying that we don't respect them is also a little bit of a weird thing to convey at the exact same time that we're looking for a favor. So simple, easy advice. If you wouldn't say it to a doctor, don't say it to anybody. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. And if that resonated with you, if you've ever been through something similar, we'd love to hear your experiences and what you thought about it.